Even though today is cloudy, still it is a beautiful day. It's sort of the same thing as enjoying the not so good days. Always looking at the positive side of things. Because when we think about things, either positive or negative, that is where we are attracting to our life. And the only reason why bad things keep happening and repeating like in a loop, like the same thing keeps happening, you keep repeating the same thing, you keep doing the same thing, you keep meeting the same people, you keep making the same mistake. Excuse me. The only way that keeps happening, and the only reason why it's happening, is because you keep thinking about it. If you stop thinking about it, it's gonna disappear. When you start thinking about it, that connects, that creates an emotion in your body, and you keep thinking the same, you keep repeating the same. But if you stop and switch it to something else, then a change. It's like it's not gonna exist anymore. It's like it's gonna disappear. And I know maybe I'm saying this like it sounds easy, but in reality, it's not really that hard. The thing is like we have been programmed for way too long. So it's not something that we can just snap. I understand. Maybe some people have just a snap. I believe that. I believe that. But let's say for some others, it doesn't happen like snap. We have constantly reprogram ourselves. But also, that is an internal decision that we have to make. It's like wanting to change. It's like, for example, people with addictions. It doesn't matter how much you tell them how bad it is an addiction, how much damage it does to them. Like it just literally doesn't matter how much time you tell them and what you do. That is a decision that has to come from within and then reflected to be reflected outside. So it is a decision. It's like a personal decision. It is a wanting to do it. And once that decision is made, there is no way back. There is no way back. And that applies to everything. When we decide something, like sometimes there is many ways of deciding things. There is when you decide something, it's like when you say you're gonna leave something, stop something, do something in a certain way, like the deep way. It's just kind of like, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. So it has to be a wanting to change. Let's say you don't want to do certain things that you really want now do certain things or change certain things. Be better, do better things, change things. It's like you have to train yourself from something different that you have always have been. So you wanna want to change. It's literally like a quantum jump. It's like going to a different timeline. Because what is time really? Past, present, future. It's all messed up. There are people that live ahead of their time. Literally ahead of their time. Sort of like Tesla, like Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein, just to name those two. They are just, their brain is somewhere else. They have a different connection. But we don't have to go so deep. As soon as we know who we are, maybe I like to know things. I like to know both things. I like to know things from here, and I also like to know things more metaphysics things, philosophy, art, religion. Combination of many things. And everything is like a key that unlocks a door. That's why sources of information, different sources of information, is sort of looking at something from many different angles, from the most angles you can possibly think. Not just one angle. You know what I mean? It's like just more. It's better to see more. The more we see and the more we know, the better understanding we have about life and things. You see, when you decide, like, hey, stop, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that, I'm gonna change this and that. It's like, I am gonna start going to the gym until I reach this target. I am gonna walk this certain miles a day for this amount of time. I'm gonna eat this social kind of this social kind of food for a certain amount of time. I'm gonna do this. You have to want it, right? That's the only way. You have to self motivate yourself. Even with that, when if there is no motivation coming from all your surrounding, you have to create a motivation, either from find inspirational podcasts and YouTube, Spotify. I don't know what you use, but just like anywhere. At least that's what I do for myself. I like deep conversations. So I don't really have that around me. So I have to keep enriching myself with certain topics and different things. YouTube University. Life is like a levels. It's like levels to this thing. And the more levels you unlock, the fun it gets. But every level requires a sacrifice. It's like Lego or something. Every level requires to let something go. And it hurts, and it hurts, and it hurts. But we know that it hurts. So we do it, even sometimes our purpose. And then we get to the next level because we already know it's a reward after. And sometimes that thing hurts. You want me to describe it a little bit? It literally feels like your heart gets cut open with a sword, right open, and you just bleed in there, and it just hurts. And you kind of like have to keep going with your life every single day, like it's not there, because you already know what is happening. Because some of us do it on purpose. We trying to grow a purpose, not like a purpose. Is like it's like alchemy. We just know what it is. So we do that on purpose. It feels like the heart is literally cut open and you're just bleeding there and it hurts, but you keep with your life just moving forward like nothing is happening. And it hurts. But then it gets to a moment where you have feel that pain for a certain amount of time, we just don't feel nothing. That you just numb to the pain. It's like even like if they trying to get attacked like with any kind of, because the only way they can get through us is through the brain. So the only way that can be all distorted is by what we think. So back to the pain, because I was losing it. It feels so after a certain amount of time, it feels like you just numb, that you don't feel anything. But you already know what is the parts that are dying because you did it on purpose. You already know what parts are you're killing in a way. Probably shouldn't say that word, but like you know what you're doing, so that's happening. Then you feel numb, and then it feels like your chest. Then just to like when it's about to end, then it feels like it's your chest cut out in half, and it literally feels like you're walking around with this big cut in your chest and your heart wide open, walking around, and it literally feels like some people can see it, like spiritual people. Like it literally feels like they can see it. Some people you get that like, oh, you can see me, I can see you too, kind of thing. So when that happens, you see when all that happens, like the heart, the chest, all wide open, we bled. At least that's how it feels to me. Then all is that wide open. Our hurt, we became numb. Now we're immune to the pain. So we're about to elevate. So after all that skin, all those hearts and chest, then there is a new. It's like a new you. Because we don't die. We are energy. So after that death, we rebirth again. We just come. We just come from out of all of that. We start being a new person from that point on. So when we know what are we doing, we have to keep our brain in a state that is positive. Like we cannot literally allow negativity. Like it's that serious, because then we're gonna fall back into the trap that we just left. That was the pain that we already went through. It was because of that, because we wanted to leave certain things behind, certain things that were negative. So now we leave that all behind and we start from that point, literally from zero, like reprogramming yourself, reprogramming something, right? So from that point on, everything is positive. So that way we keep our vibration high. If we drop, things come in. So as soon as if we're high, our vibration high, things come in, they are easy to kick off because we already know, like we're programming. It's like you already know you are programming to this. So since you already know that you commit yourself to program to that, because that's what you decide to do all that process, to go through that process a purpose, because it does hurt. But you get used to it. It's like enjoying the pain. So after that process, we have to keep our vibration high, thinking always high. Things that are joyful. We have to be away from things that are negative, like arguments, fights, drama, gossip. Things, those are low vibration things. Certain music also are low frequency. So we have to stay away from all those things. Because it's kind of like you're like a baby. It's like you literally like a baby. You're starting again from zero. So it literally feels like you're vulnerable at that time. So it's like solo time, away time is like literally necessary. It's not even like a personal thing. It's like a necessary thing. It's literally like a life or death thing. So from that point on, you just rebirth again. A new you is emerging. You're shedding, your skin spilling. And the new you, you got back to life. Rebirth, reprogram, transform. I don't know. There are many words that we can use, to be honest. I was gonna say rebuild. Could be in a way. I'm looking at this place and it's very interesting. Keeping our vibration high. After you decide that you're doing this, it gets to a point that is not going back, because you just can't go back. Maybe, I don't know who's watching this that maybe knows what I'm talking about. It would be nice. But I'm gonna leave this video up to here. I didn't want it to make it this long, but I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day, rest of the night. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.